You probably know someone who looks rich on paper. Nice SUV in the driveway. House in a good ZPO latest phone. Great vacations. And yet, one job loss, one medical bill, and they're in trouble? On the other side, there's a different type of person. Drives an old Toyota. Eats at normal places. Lives in a modest neighborhood. Then, years later, you find out they quietly paid off their house, or bought a rental property in cash, or retired at 50. Same country. Similar income, very different outcomes. The visible difference. One spends to look well off. The other is willing to look average, even poor, on purpose. In this video, we'll talk about why looking poor can be a serious wealth strategy in the US, not fake poor. Not lying about money. I mean choosing a life that doesn't signal wealth even when you have it. We'll break down it. How low visibility living actually works. A story of two coworkers who made opposite choices. Simple math showing how boring. Decisions by real freedom, the risks and mistakes people make when they take this too far. A practical checklist to apply this without wrecking your happiness. The goal isn't to shame nice things. It's to show how every visible upgrade has a hidden price in dollars and years of your life, and how choosing to look normal can quietly make you wealthy. Let's separate two ideas. How rich you are, how rich you look, they're not the same. In fact, they often move in opposite directions. Most of what makes you actually wealthy is invisible. Your savings rate, your investments, how much you owe, how fragile or stable your monthly budget is. Most of what makes you look wealthy is right in front of people. Car, house, and neighborhood, clothes and jewelry, vacations, restaurants, and nightlife. Here's the key mechanism. 1. Visible lifestyle raises your required income. Big car, big house, upscale everything. Those aren't one-time choices. They create permanent overhead. Higher insurance, higher maintenance, higher property taxes, higher social spendings. Why? Live here. So we have 2. Your minimum income to survive this lifestyle keeps rising. Your ability to walk away from a paycheck drops. 2. Visibility changes how other people treat your money. Once people think you're well off, something shifts. The group dinners, we're all splitting evenly. Even if you ordered a salad, the constant invitations to expensive events, you should invest in this pitches, the unspoken expectation that you've got it. None of this is evil. It's just human nature. But it's expensive, and it comes after you signal wealth. 3. Your own brain locks in a new normal. There's a psychological effect called hedonic adaptation. You get used to whatever lifestyle you have. The first month in the luxury apartment feels amazing. By month 6, it's just my place. Downgrading now feels like failure. Not a smart move, so you defend the lifestyle at all costs. Even if it means debt. Even if it means staying in a job you hate. Now flip it. When you look middle class, or even a bit broke, your fixed costs stay lower, your social expectations stay lower, your own normal stays affordable. You gain something most people never have room to maneuver. Let's make this real. 2 coworkers. Same age, same city, same company. We'll call them Alex and Bianca. Both 30 years old. Both making a 110,000 a year in marketing. Year wanting the first raise, they both get promoted. Income jumps. Alex's reaction. Trades in his old car for a new electric SUV with a payment, moves from a basic apartment to a luxury building, gets a premium gym membership and nicer wardrobe. Friends say, you're doing well. You deserve it. And honestly, none of it looks extreme. Bianca's reaction. Keeps driving her 8-year-old sedan, stays in her current apartment another few years, upgrades a few things, but nothing that screams high income. Friends joke that she's behind or too frugal. Year 5, the lifestyle gap. By now, their salaries have both climbed to around 140,000. On the outside, Alex looks like he's winning. Bianca looks average. On the inside, Alex has a car payment, higher rent, higher utilities, regular dinners out to match his peer group. He's saving something when nothing goes wrong. Bianca has no car payment, reasonable rent, cheaper insurance, a habit of bringing lunch most days. She sets up automatic investing for the difference. Year 100. The fork in the road. Now they're both 40. Earnings have risen into the 100K range. Alex still looks great on Instagram, ski trips, concerts, craft cocktails. His problem. His base lifestyle now costs so much that he can't imagine taking 6 months off. A smaller job or career change feels dangerous. One missed bonus is a big problem. Net worth is okay, but not impressive for a decade of high income. Bianca looks pretty much the same. Same type of car, same general neighborhood. Nice, but not flashy. Difference now. Her investments have quietly crossed 7 figures. Her mortgage is small relative to her income. She has a year of expenses in cash. She can afford to leave if work gets toxic. At the next round of layoffs, Alex is terrified. Bianca is annoyed, but calm. From the outside, Alex still looks richer. On a balance sheet, it's not close. Bianca's boring. Choices bought her options. All because she was willing to look less successful than she actually was. Let's put numbers on a look rich versus look average lifestyle. We'll keep it simple and use round numbers. Assume Alex and Bianca each take home $7,000 per month after tax. Alex hire visibility life new SUV payment and $800 extra insurance for that SUV. Fleet 80L of his older car, luxury. Apartment instead of normal talks $600 dining out in bars to match the scene seller $400 clothing gadgets. And because everyone has one, fall $300 extra monthly cost, driven mostly by visibility $800, it's lady $600, $400, play $300, throughout the Bianca low visibility life paid off, used car with our payment, cheaper insurance, saves $80 normal apartment, saves $600 cooks more, cheaper social plan, saves a $400 upgrades phone and clothes slower, saves $300, she's not living in misery. She just avoids signals. So Bianca has that $280 per month available. Let's round it down to stay conservative. What happens over time? If Bianca invests $2,000 per month into a broad stock index fund, assume a long-term average return after inflation of 7% per year. After 10 years, future value to 2013.8 27,600 per year invested gay about 276,000 more 45,000 on a nominal before inflation. After 20 years, factor 41s in 2000 to 14,000 12 months, a 12 we're already using monthly. Get roughly 95 in today's dollars, that's close to $1 million built mostly from not signaling wealth. Same job, same city, different visible lifestyle. What does that million actually do? There's a common retirement planning rule of thumb. To support $1 of yearly spending, you want about 25 invested. 40,000 a year lifestyle got around 100,000 invested is 60,000 a year lifestyle get around 5,000 invested if Bianca's invisible. Portfolio crosses 1 million. That can cover a big chunk of her yearly expenses. Let her work part time, let her change careers, let her take long breaks without panic. Alex, meanwhile, is using most of his paycheck to maintain the image. He might still build some savings, but he's running uphill. The math is simple. Every extra $30,000 per month in visible lifestyle is money that could have been buying you freedom instead. Looking poor on purpose isn't magic. You can absolutely do it wrong. Here are common mistakes. 1. Confusing low profile with low safety. Driving a cheap car is fine. Driving a dangerous car with ball tires and no maintenance is not. Same with healthcare, insurance, or home repairs. Cutting visibility is smart. Cutting basic safety can be very expensive later. Turning frugality into a personality cult some people make. Being cheap, their identity. They fight over every tiny bill. They avoid reasonable social spending. Result? Weak relationships. No network. No joy. Your goal is freedom, not winning a savings contest. 3. Starving the right investments. People will proudly skip coffee. Then underinvest in skills or education that could raise their income. Hiding wealth doesn't mean hiding from opportunity. Good tools, good training, and good health are often worth paying for. 4. Hiding money from the wrong people. Being private with coworkers or neighbors can be smart. Hiding financial realities from a spouse or long-term partner is not. That often leads to resentment and worse money decisions later. 5. Ignoring professional context in some fields, basic polish matters. A clean, fitting suit for interviews. Showing up to client meetings in a car that reliably starts. You don't need designer labels, but you do need to look competent and put together. The point is to cut status spending, not sabotage your income or safety. Let's turn this into something you can do this week. Step 1, map your visible expenses. Write down the things strangers or casual friends notice: car, housing, clothes, jewelry, watches, vacations, restaurants, and nightlife, tech gadgets. Next to each one, note the monthly cost. Step 2, then separate function from flex for each item. Ask, what's the cheapest version that still does the job reliably? How much extra am I paying beyond that for image, comfort, or status? That difference is your signal premium. Step 30, pick one category to look poorer, and not all at once. Just one. Examples: keep your current car 3 more years, move 1 step down in neighborhood, not 5 steps travel in the off-season instead of peak luxury weeks, buy quality, unbranded clothes instead of designer labels, aim to lower your fixed monthly outflow by at least $2,500. Step 4, pre-assign the savings before you see the extra money in your checking account. Decide X% goes to high interest debt, Y% goes to an index fund or retirement account. Automate it. If you don't, lifestyle creep will eat it. Step 5, set a simple rule for big purchases for anything over. Say, if a fighter Zios asks 2 questions, will this make my life easier or safer for at least 3 years? Or is it mainly about how I'll look owning it? If the honest answer is mostly image, add a 30-day waiting period before buying. Step 6, protect your privacy. You don't need to post every purchase online. You don't need to tell coworkers about bonuses or inheritances. You don't need to signal every upgrade. Let your accounts be impressive. Let your lifestyle stay boring. None of this is personal financial advice. Everyone's situation is different. These are general ideas you can adapt and check with a professional. Looking poor, or at least looking ordinary, can be a powerful wealth move. Visible lifestyle raises your required income. Invisible wealth raises your freedom. Every time you choose not to signal, you leave more fuel for assets. You don't have to live in a shack. You don't have to hate your life. You just have to accept this trade. A little less status today for a lot more options tomorrow. I'd love to hear from you. Where in your life do you already choose to look poorer than you are? Car, housing, clothes, something else? Drop it in the comments. It helps other people see real-world examples. If you found this useful and want more calm, math-based money videos, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. It tells YouTube this kind of content is worth showing to more people.